Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction and news and update show for Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday after a big win yesterday, and we have Ivan with us again. Thunder Lips, the ultimate male. There you go. Yes. See you, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. You all right?
Yeah, good. You're ahead. He's ahead of us in time. He's on Monday morning, so it's good to see. Yes, we're gonna dive into it today. But as you can see on the thumbnail, it says maximum effort. Yeah, we're using it. And Mulls hits 100. It's not. I was really struggling with the title just because like Mulls hit his 100th in like 136 games. So it's like, but I got to give it to Max. You know what I mean? So it was too good. It was too good. So I hope it's all right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope you approve.
I approve 110%.
All right, awesome. As you see, people are filing in. Let's get a little work out of the way. Drop a like on the video. Get involved in the chat. Get your memberships in and get your badges up. And here we go. Also, get involved in the Discord. Stace is in there. She was adjusting some people's color. Ivan, I don't know if you've seen your color yet, or what you like. What you can have it pick your color in there. I don't know if you done that yet.
I haven't done that yet, but I've seen that Discord is going absolutely wild. There is like I woke up to 300 and something messages. I was like, what the shit is going on?
I know, right? Yeah. I know. It's gone tits up, but it's all great. So get involved in the Discord. Also, another thing too, like, share, subscribe. Also, too, yesterday we did the After 90 with Racecourse. Racecourse wasn't on there, but the Red Horde was on there. Sean Up to Town was on there, and Two Beers. So go follow them, like, subscribe to their channel, and you got a lot of things coming up with them. But we're here at the Local Pundit today, and we're doing our thing, and we're gonna dive into this game. Actually, I'm not going to dive into the game. I apologize. I just lied to everybody because Ruby Slippers messaged me, and I have to first, or else I get in trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble. So,
fair enough.
As you don't want to get on someone's bad side, right? All right. So, so before we get into the show, we talk about the match. Ruby Slipper sent me something because she's working today, but she wanted to get this out there for everyone. So she wanted to talk about the Wrexham women. So the Wrexham women will have played. I'm just going to read what she wrote here. Wrexham women have played away against Cardiff City, probably finishing right about the time when you start streaming. So please share whatever you want to, whatever the score is and who made the goal. So if anyone's in the chat who's watching the women play, put that out there. Also, the Wales women's team will play against Kosovo on April 9th in the Euro qualifiers. Everyone will have to look it up on their own local times for that kickoff. So, so if there, for those things right now going on, please. Get involved in that. So yeah, there you go. Also, big Top Cat says big game Tuesday. Absolutely, Nick's in the house. What's going on? Ivan wants mauve. I think he's talking about his. I think he's talking about his colors there.
Yeah. No, I don't mind. I'm not picky.
No, not picky. All right. Well, there you go. I got evening, guys. Says Andy. How you doing? Good to see you. And women lost 5-1. Okay, so we got that out of the way quickly. I think we got it out of the way quickly. Before I give my thoughts, because I'm gonna pass up and I'm gonna put the AC on in my house. What's your make of the game yesterday? And then we can get into some of the things we got planned to do. So go ahead. I'm right here.
Yeah. Well, in a nutshell, everything about this game was ugly. It was ugly pitch, ugly weather, ugly wind. First hour of the game was ugly. And then pretty much everything, everywhere you look is ugly apart from the result. Okay. The result is not ugly. And I just wanted to say, first of all, I am absolutely happy about getting 3 points. That's all that matters at this stage. Second of all, congrats to Mulls on a century of goals. And maximum effort. We were talking about somebody stepping up. There you go. This time it was Max and Mulls, obviously. But super happy for the guy as a D-man to score a winning goal. As a young guy who is a big promise, he's got great future in front of him. Amazing. Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's what I make of the game.
Yeah, and like I was watching before we came on, so I like to keep things fresh, and I do too. By the way, JB65 says, hi, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, guys. How are you? And I like to keep things fresh. I just listened to the interviews now because I want to keep it fresh before I go on. Yeah, granted, we did the post 90 because you want to get into it. But, the overall theme from what I gathered in Parkinson, we can watch the Parkinson interview. I did write down some of those things, but actually I'll just read some off to us. the overall theme from what Mullin, they interviewed Mullin, Max, and obviously Parkinson. It was going to be tough. And they were saying basically in so many words, I'm going to paraphrase here. It's like, we know that we'd love to have pretty football, but we just need to get 3 points. And at this stage of the season, we just need to get it done. If I'm going to read a couple to you from Phil, he says it was always going to be a tough day. The smallest pitch in the division, we had to dig deep, fight for our lives. Because they drew a lot, and it was a hard-earned 3 points. On that note, like seriously, like why did they shorten the pitch? I mean, why did they make that smaller? Granted, the pitch was an absolute cow patch, but what was the thinking behind that? I mean, because was it just for their benefit? Was it because Max said we like to play wide and we could get the long balls, whatever the hell it is. Why would they do that? Why?
As far as I know, they had problems with the outskirts, like the edges of the pitch, and a couple of games were canceled because of that. So they were trying to rectify that problem, whether it was a water retention problem or something else. They couldn't. So finally, they just decided to make it smaller, still past the size regulation, and that eliminated those problematic areas. That's, as far as I know, that's what happened.
Yeah, and when we looked at the pitch when we came on, we were like, "Oh, that's a beach. That's sand over there." I don't know if Hasselhoff's going to come in at some point, try to save them on the sand. It was ugly. It was ugly. Further on to what Parkins was saying, said this is just they're not quotes. I just pulled some things out. When you lose a game at this stage of the season, meaning the one we just lost right now, it was important that we responded. And in the first half, we'll just take it right there. We did not look good. I think everyone can say that. Yeah, I mean, you and I probably struggled for canceling the stream. It was a battle, but they're definitely fighting. But it was an absolute battle, and they know it. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. But the first half there, what he's getting at.
Well, look, first 1 hour, I'd say that it's not. It's not just that they did not look good. Unfortunately, that was, from what I can gather right now, that was Parkinson's plan. So again, we played that sort of second number. We gave initiative away. We did not count for smaller pitch. We still did not treasure the possession. We still played those long balls on the smaller pitch. We lost the ball every time we played those long balls, apart from just a couple of instances. There was only one solid counter attack that could have ended in the goal, half chance there, and there was only one chance from a set piece. I could not tell which team was in third place, which team was in 23rd. It was, again, that's, for some reason, Parky likes to play that style. And obviously, unfortunately, Mendy got injured, which, again, why did he play him straight away? It's a question to ask. We don't know enough. We don't have enough information. A lot of things were just simply wrong, like just plain and simple wrong. That's not taking anything away from Colchester. Of course, they're fighting for their life. Of course, they're going to be playing hard. But look, we're supposed to be fighting for the promotion. We're supposed to be playing hard too. And if anything, I don't want to hear any more about other teams being on form. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't care about other teams. I worry about us. Yep. We need to get on form. Yep. We have the best players in the league. We have the most expensive team in the league. We, like people say, have the best manager in the league. Show it. I don't care what other team is doing. If they won 20 games, last 20 games, I don't care. Yep. Study them, exploit the weaknesses, do what you need to do your job. Especially keeping in mind that we have the biggest budget, the best players, blah 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 blah. Where? Show me. The first hour, I was basically banging my head on the wall. I could not believe what I was seeing.
And to be fair, I don't think they could, because Max said it wasn't the size of the pitch. He said it was actually the bubbles on the pitch and how it was. They said they couldn't, and the tightness of it. So they didn't have any time, and we saw that. So you got to give credit where credit is due for character. And I will go out. I will on a limb. And granted, like they're fighting for their lives. He says it here. He goes on and says, we went a goal behind. We character. The lad stepped it up a level. He also said we had 4 changes to the team. Also going into that too, talking about Mendy. He said they got a scan on Mendy and we need to know more. But Elliot got dropped. And he came on and he grew into the game. I think he grew into the game, and Sean mentioned yesterday for the goal, and for our goal, Sean from the Red Horde mentioned about like his turn and keeping the ball alive and getting that goal lead to Mulls' first, and it kind of changed in the head. But we definitely looked, and you said preparation. We prepared, but they also prepared, and we were fighting, but it wasn't working. And Colchester, 23rd place, fighting for their lives. They fought hard, but once we turned them over, it was Titty City, in my opinion. I liked it.
Well, the second we conceded, Parky's plan went out of the window. What the ugly stuff that was happening before it stopped, because when people say like why are we playing like that, that's because they do exactly what they are told pretty much, and that's stuff.
It's unorganized now. You said it, and then I listened to the commentary just now back watching it. Griffith said it's kind of unorganized right now. It was almost like a fist fight. Okay, we're in the street. Let's go. I'm going to see you outside, like Rocky V. My ring's outside. That's how it happened. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
that's my comments from the last game that we lost. I said, kitchen sink pile up, but this time it worked. This time, for one way or another, we got lucky. It was all luck. A little bit of skill there, and especially after we conceded. But this time we got lucky. Mm-hmm. With that pitch, with that wind, we got lucky. At this stage of the season, I better be lucky than not lucky. Just do whatever it takes, push through, go up. And Chris, the Welsh one, you will get your $100. You will get your box of beers. I'm a man of my word. I will see that through. So all I want right now, no matter what happens, just go and do whatever it takes. Yeah. But let's not deny the fact that a lot of the things are just simply plainly not correct. Like the way we play is just.
I think he goes into a game and it's like, let's win. There is a plan, but there's a counteract too. They asked Parkinson about 4 changes to the game. Elliot was ready to go, and you need some freshening up. We talked about that. I think everyone knew that, and I think Stace had mentioned it too. He looked mentally tired. He's an important player for us. He's talking about Elliot Lee. Very unlucky not to play. Then Barney and Gio came in, and it's good to freshen up the group. The freshness, the mental freshness, is very, very important. Mendy, it's important.
Yeah. Well, Josh, sorry, I forgot to mention about Mendy. About Lee. Absolutely, he wanted the break. He looked like he needed a break. He played a lot of minutes this season. That's our poor man management catching up with us. People are overplayed. They overcooked. They burned out. They need to be.
Push back on you. We're in League 2. I think sometimes we expect that we're in the Prem, but we're in League 2, so it's like. A lot of the teams, let's take Kieran, for example, they're like, we play everyone every minute. You know what I mean? But I know the counteract is we have the biggest budget, we have the biggest squad, all those things. But like, they're still people. That's my pushback to continue the conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Look, we have depth on paper. We did not use it much. Elliot Lee is a prime example of what happens when you overplay a player. Luckily, he had a little bit of a break. He got onto the pitch. He made a difference. He held the ball. He delivered what Parkinson wants, the piece of individual decision-making, piece of individual brilliance, held that ball, went around 2 players, fought through, kept the ball going, kept the positive movement going. And you cannot take it from the guy. He made a huge difference.
Sorry, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead. What do you think about finish that now? I have a follow-up there. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, and thank God that this time we had Elliot Lee who done that. And he basically changed the game in the center for us, in the center of the pitch.
Yeah. This is something we'll get to that in a second for our TCRL. I'm going to put it up there for us to read. What do you make of the Mendy? Listen, and again, Sean had a great, the best pass of the day was the one up the line that pulled Mendy's hamstring. It's really hot.
I said it during the stream. I was like, he had to pull his hammy right now because the pass was amazing.
Yeah, that
was one of the sharpest moments that we had. I think Stacey was saying that Mendy, when she spoke to him, that he said literally, "I'm so tired."
Yeah,
he said that. It's his own words. Yeah. It's just an indication of what's happening. Yeah. It's that late stage.
Everybody, there's got to be a lot of pressure, right? I mean, it just has to,
Yeah. Well, a lot of pressure. People are tired. People are banged up. They played a lot of minutes. At the same time, we have people sitting on the bench who never played at all or played very little. We have Paul Mullin, who is struggling with his health right now, playing on meds. How long is a piece of string there? At the same time, we have other strikers, especially the one that we just recently brought in, who is not being utilized much. There's just so many questionable things. But look, it's no point talking about it right now, almost, because it's been happening all along. It's just we are gathering the fruit of the season-long labor, and we just need to push through right now, get promoted, and then well, let's just put it this way: if Parkinson stays, which he will, hopefully Ryan and Rob have a big enough coin to buy a whole ton of Premier League players and top flight championship players, because if we're going to play the way we do to stay in this next league up, we will need those players.
Yep. And we'll get to the Mulls in a second, but TCRL Runner 1. I love your thumbnail, by the way, and welcome to the show. Get memberships involved too. Get your special badges and everything. We're working on that, so get your memberships, and you can also gift memberships to everybody too, which is really fun. But also, it's good to see new people coming in, and as the community grows. But he says, he or she says, I apologize. How do you feel about the people like myself who are not from Wrexham but have jumped on the train? As my addiction for Wrexham for the last 3 months, since I noticed Wrexham is unreal. Listen, it's awesome. I will say this is my sidebar here. People like to get really fickle with football. You never change your club. I get it. I've been a Manchester United supporter since 2006. Okay, I get it. I lost some love with it. I still watch them. I found Wrexham because of Rob McElhenney, who I've he's been my idol since like 2004. And I woke up in the mornings and my cat was going through cancer, and we were like watching the game together. So that's why I found it. So whatever way, you don't have to rationalize it, and that was my dumb rationalization. We're happy you're here, and we love it. So come on, keep it going, and don't let anyone else tell you. It's up to opinions, and have your own thing. Everyone has their story. That's all that matters. Let's talk about Mulls real quick, real quickly. And sorry for the sidebar right there. But let's talk about Mulls real quick. So Parkinson still in his interview had said Mulls had an issue on Tuesday. Didn't say what it was. And they keep a lot of things close to the vest. I really appreciate that, and it's also very struggling for a show that we do daily updates, as you know. I put things together. Mulls had an issue on Tuesday. He was touch and go. That's a quote right there. Pain, discomfort, painkillers, and he got his 100 goal. It's a terrific achievement. So you talking about mental capacity, but physical capacity. Mullin is obviously, there's something wrong with him. I think it's his back, but something's wrong with him. But he's still delivering. So that's something to look out for. Go ahead.
Well, look, we've been talking about it. He was brought in back from the injury, probably a little bit too early.
Hey, Shell.
How is the injury, the back injury, connected to the big injury he's sustained over summer? I don't know. I don't have enough information there at all. But what I don't understand is that if we have this guy who is definitely one of the best strikers the club ever seen, milestone achievement, just an amazing character on and off the pitch, why are we not managing him a little bit better? We bought other players. I just think that's right now, with these 3-4 games to go, it's crunch time, and we are pretty much we are grinding those people down to a little knob. Mm-hmm. He's a stud who is being ground down to a knob right now. And
sorry, I'm trying to break something up before you do that. I apologize. He is a stud, and you could see that he does it like he's there. He's fighting for it, right? He's fighting for it, right? So you got to do that, I'm sorry to call you out there. I want to bring this up too, and playing through the pain and everything. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try and make it work. And I want to get your thoughts on this. This has to do with his character. Didn't celebrate the goal, gets on there, and they ask him about something that came up, and this is kind of controversial. And that's not exactly what you were talking about. And I apologize for literally just shut it up. But I'm going to add this in here. which I thought was very interesting. And I want to get your thoughts on this too, because this has come up in regards to so apparently there was something about them not winning away. And I think it goes to him getting frustrated. And this is why I bring this up. And I think I'm at the right point. And I want to see how you feel about this too, and where you get the mentality for him as a player and him fighting through it and what's going on here. Go ahead.
Watches, but I think some of the lads have been speaking about him. They don't really like to hear that, but the support from them was unbelievable.
There you go.
How much do you be? Every week on with you, travel everywhere supporting us, and the support they give us is brilliant. But one thing I do never want to hear them singing again is about us not winning away from home, or how much do you be? We never win away. Like, what do they think that does to the players who are on the pitch representing their team? I don't know. I know it's all about fun and games and having a good time. Well, you deserve to have a good time when you travel and pay your hard-earned money to come and watch us. But I think some of the lads have been speaking about him. They don't really like to hear that, but the support from them was unbelievable, and I think that was a lovely moment at the end for Maxie to go and celebrate.
So on that, I don't know if I caught it right. I can rewind it back again, but the idea was the fact that there had been singing in the crowd about them not winning at home. For a player like Mulls, who is our talisman, who has been, it came up trumps. People are talking about it. What do you think there? Mentality rise. I mean, he's fighting. I mean, the guy is fighting, and he didn't even celebrate his 100th goal. He's like, let's go on and let's do this. What do you take on that?
Well, he's a leader. He's a leader of a team. He feels the responsibility. He feels the weight of the pressure, and he has to perform. He has to be the one who carries the team, right? So he's trying to set an example, and I think what he's trying to say there is that the game itself doesn't know whether you're playing home or away.
Yes.
Okay. So the game doesn't care. It's all in our heads, and I think that mentally he's very, very strong, and the fact that he, despite everything that's been happening, all the ups and downs, he just keeps on performing through pain, through everything, through all the odds. He's the kind of guy who's one of the heroes, definitely.
Yeah.
So and he doesn't want fans to lose faith in this team when they are playing away. Yeah. So he's the face of the team, and that's what he says, what he has to say. But I really, really feel that he means it.
Yeah, you could tell it was some say talking about something about thank you for supporting us, but I don't want to hear that again. He's like what I take from that is like, we're fighting. Yes, we know that we should be winning games away. We understand we're not unaware of what's not going on around us, and we appreciate the support. But we're out here, we're fighting. It's not like we don't care, and the passion. You don't see this a lot. Like I watched United today, Manchester United today, and there's some passion, whatever. And I get it, but like this is different. This is about a town, a city, a club, people, fans, everything. I mean, we're connected. You and I are connected with people that live in the town, and I think that they are too. And on a level, I just thought this was very interesting for him to bring that out in public to say that. And I was like, good on you. And I respect him for that. And it was done in a classy way, and it wasn't done in a way where it's like, if he's taking painkillers to get on the pitch and to get on there and to go win, I'm all in. Paul Mullin, you can come and just he'll run through a brick wall, and I appreciate that a lot. Really cool to see. Really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, look, what you're saying is pretty much spot on. The only thing that I can add to this is I hope that he will last till the end of the season.
Yeah, let's hope he does. A couple things in here too I'm going to get through, and that's good analysis, by the way. Good stuff there, man. But Sheldon's in the house. I think he is We Are Wrexham, right? Sheldon, you're We Are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck to Cleworth. Club released a joke towards championship teams to stay away from Max. Ryan said they will not stand in players' way to succeed their career. I don't know. I saw that. It was Hugh. Was it Humphrey that said it? Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Hugh's in the house. What's up, Hugh? Balloons on the pitch at Colchester. There must have been football ruling on that, and they were sent to Alconquo Goldmouth at busy times. Interesting, Hugh. Interesting there. Nick Donald says, I agree with you. Welsh one says, morning all. Where is the Welsh one?
That's Chris. He's here in New Zealand. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
I always get
beer and a hundy.
I always get him. You owe him $100. Oh, Jesus H. I always get him and We Are Wrexham.
I hope I owe him $100 in the end of the season.
What was the bet?
That Wrexham gets promoted.
Oh, Interesting. The Welsh one, Morning Welsh one, says Nick. Mental exhaustion happened at the end of 2021 and 22 season. They were very bad results, lost cup final, and failed in the playoffs in the National League. He said Hugh says he's got the inside info. Want to know why he's got the inside info? Because he's got the backwards hat on. That's why. So do I. Laugh out loud. Okay, moving on. I want to stick with so let's move on to Max a little bit here. And I know we're kind of going through it. Max in him, getting his goal, which is great. So he says, this is Parkinson. He says, at this stage, sorry, this is what I want to go back to. All right, they ask him about Max, right? At this stage of the season, it's about moments of inspiration. This is Parkinson saying this about Max. They ask about Max, which I think might do your head in, but I kind of agree with him here. Winner for Max. At this stage, it's the moments about inspiration. Go! If you want to go, be the man. Be the man. What a moment! He deserved it. It's a terrific finish. Those are the moments that the supporters will remember. If we finish it off. Now, you and I spoke about having the big boys, the big guys, step up. Max is obviously the most improved player. He's 21 years old, probably the youngest in the squad. He came out. He showed his chest. Said it with his chest. He did that. And you and I are looking at the leaders to do that, and he came up trumps, and I think that's what's going to get us over the line.
You see, the beautiful thing about this team is that the amount of good players on the pitch, pretty much every single person is a good player, and a good player to the point that he is better than the opposition player 1v1. So position for position, we're pretty much without exception have better players, better quality players. That's what, like, I listened to the interview of the Colchester coach, and that's pretty much what he was saying, is that we worked really hard for 1 hour, playing really well against one of the leaders, and then they just have too good of a player in each position for us to continuously keep them at bay. That's what he said, and that's exactly what keeps us winning and keeps us getting the results this year, is the fact that every person on the player is a big boy, and every person on the team is a big boy, and every person can step up.
So I missed that interview, and it was just talked about, and it was in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get into the Discord. By the way, we have colors in there too, and I know we mentioned it earlier, but Stacey's taking over. She's the boss, but she's really not. But I missed what that was about. What can you elaborate on that? Because I didn't see that.
Well, the Colchester coach has almost, I think it's a 9-minute interview with the media person from Colchester, and it's a very good interview, and he is very honest, very objective. I actually felt really sorry for them, to be honest, because they did play well, all things considered. But I don't listen to Parky's interviews anymore. I listen to the opposition interviews because
I read them too. Right?
Yeah, I have to, because that's the only place where I can actually get some real information, not just the buzzwords and cliche phrases. And he pretty much said that look, we gave it our all. We fought really hard for 1 hour. We had very good chances. We scored a great goal, but then the quality of the Wrexham players just took over. They ran out of gas. They don't have the quality of the players to match us for the entire game.
That's
and especially when.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah. Right.
He was very honest. Yeah, he was very honest about it. And I can add to that once Parkinson's plan, if we can call it that, went out of the window and we conceded, then the boys took the matters in their own hands and they just ran forward. So the pile up had started, and the quality showed. This time we got lucky, pushed it through, and got the W. To be
fair, you have to go into a game. We both played sports, different places, obviously. You have to go into a game with a plan. And usually, I think you said this, or no, somebody mentioned this on the show. You're going to go into a fight. I hate to, not to use violence. Until someone punches you in the mouth, the plane goes out the window. Was that Tyson? Who I don't know.
Tyson. That's Tyson. But the thing is that you got to understand that and a lot of the opposition coaches have been saying that. So Wrexham players, they are so good for this league that sometimes they don't really have to perform at the top of their form. and they don't have to play the most amazing game, and still they get the result.
Yeah.
All right. So all they need is that 5-minute spell of good football and a couple of amazing individual performances, and boom, the result is done. But then the rest of the game is shit. Just like we watched this time, 1 hour, 1 hour wasted, and then all of a sudden nobody played well. The entire game, nobody really played well.
All three interviews said for Max, for the Parky, and for Mulls, we don't care. We need the 3 points. That's it. We can play ugly, and I think he actually said it. I actually have the quote right here. Sorry, I think Mullin said it in his interview. He said, "Great day. Second half didn't start. Grit and determination." This is Mullin. Grit and determination in the squad. That's the pitch was not great. We knew it was difficult. At this stage, it's about winning games. This is Mullin. It's not a quote, but this is what he said. At this stage, it's about winning games. Not how you perform. It's about winning the game. I don't care if we win 1-0. Max was brilliant. He's always stood strong. So it's about winning games. And I think you and I, we watch the games with the rest of the group, and we're like, we want to see better football. And I think that right now is, you said it before, it's about it's frustrating. I know you're getting mad at me. We don't care. We don't care.
I don't care. I will still keep mentioning that because I don't like primitive football. It's just, especially when I know that we have those players and we can be playing amazing football. Yeah. I will keep on saying that this is shit. This is primitive, horrible football. But yes, don't care. Just win.
Win.
The other thing is that with the plan, first of all, no plan survives each hour. Right? So that's just the way it goes. You can have a plan, but that's when the skill comes of a good coach and a good management and good players, is that you test and adjust. You adjust to what's happening in front of you. Okay? So you got to remember that. The fact that we step on the same landmine over and over again gets really old, and that's why I started cursing halfway through the game last night. Is because
got yelled at.
Yeah, I got yelled at by my missus. Yeah,
man. Boss always talks. I get it.
Yeah. But that's not the fact. Like, everybody can have a bad game. That's fine.
For sure.
What riles you up is the inability to learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
And when it's happening 20th time in a row, you really start to lose your shit because, like, okay, am I stupid here, or like, what is going on? Somebody is retarded. And if it's me, just tell me. So, but that's why I'm saying, like, if we go up, I hope that they have big enough of a coin to get us a bunch of Premier League players, because if we're going to be playing like this, we're going to need those players. Otherwise, everybody has Gio in League One, almost everybody. Everybody has Elliot Lee in League One, almost everybody. And you know what? Everybody has Paul Mullin in League One, almost everybody.
Almost.
So it's not going to be easy. We'll need Premier League players or top flight championship players to keep on playing like this.
I think I'm working on the fly. I'm touching buttons here. Hold on. Let me see if this works. There you go. This is what we're saying.
Win.
That's us right now, baby. Win.
What are we waiting for? Take it.
There you go. That is us at this point. We need to just win. Who wants to go? I'm fighting for this title. Let's go. Just win. There's a bunch of. It's Rocky 2, I think it is. Rocky 3, Rocky 2. Sorry. I'm messing around. It's Sunday. We're having fun. Michael Hillier says, have you seen that movie, bro? Or no? You've seen it?
Yes. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Look at that guy. Of course he's seen Rocky. I don't want to debate. Michael Hillier says, by the way, Addison Madison says hello, by the way. Hi, Addison Madison. I love it. That was me working on the fly there. I don't want to debate Parky in or out because he's here for at least 12 to 18 months. Non-promotion, he will still be get a year in the national, like the National League. Okay. TCRL runner 1. Max fights every week for his spot and is well deserved. I think Max is awesome. He said Wrexham don't have to play to win well.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. You think that he did say that, right?
I said it in a different way, I guess, but yeah, that's exactly what they all say. All the coaches and the players of the other teams, that's what they say, is that we have the cheat code.
When we level up next year, we're gonna have to,
PL players, baby. Because I'm not debating whether Parky stays or goes. I know he stays.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying all these things.
Yep. Addison Madison, what's up? Maybe I'm off base here, but in hindsight, it seemed like the difference between Doncaster and Colchester was that Colchester played dirty and the ref let it go. The fouling tired them out. So you and I spoke about this because, and credit to me, wife, and Wrexham. We knew going into this match that this ref was going to let things go. Well, at least we assumed it, right? Gio's yellow card was crap. Should have happened, but like we knew that we can go and fight a bit. I'm going to put this to you too, and we didn't talk about this. You know who the invisible man was? For me, was Macca.
Mm-hmm.
Where was? What happened? He didn't get a yellow. He started in the middle. He went to the back. I get what like I love him. He's one of my favorite players. Though. Like let's talk about that. We just never came up.
Look, I just remember his reaction when we scored the goal and he was all riled up. I think he from what I remember, he had done a whole bunch of dirty work. And the reason why I think the ref, and we know that he's not too trigger happy, which is good on that kind of pitch with that kind of condition, with 25 million balloons flying around. The only way you can have a game here is to let them play a little bit.
Do you think that's a strategy? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I played games. I've been on the pitch. Not on the pitch. I've been in games. You think that was a strategy? Let the balloons go on the pitch? Honestly,
it's speculation. Look, it was really windy. I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. Probably they had the balloons somewhere up in the rafters, and then the wind just ripped them all out because the wind was crazy. So. Look, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's the ref had to make the decisions, and he decided to let people practice explore the physical realm a little bit. And so be it. It's fine. Old school low league football, absolutely acceptable.
It's great, right? It's not like it's not sexy, but it's great. You're not coming in. 6'2", tall, dark, and handsome guy. You're coming in, and you might have a black eye. You're gonna fight. You're like a hockey player. You're going in. That's what the pitch was yesterday. It's not sexy, but I get it. It wasn't the pitch on Old Trafford today, and it was still crap football, but still, it was not sexy, but it's great football.
From the get-go, we knew it was going to be a bit of a goon show.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. And that's what happened. And look, if ref starts giving out cards like it's a perfect pitch, and Premier League teams players playing, we're gonna end up with like 3 red cards by end of the first half.
But could have been 7 or 8 yellows between the two clubs with proper refereeing. Could have been. This is the best. Might be the best comment of all time. I love this show. It's the perfect evolution of beard growth. I know Polar Nights, please effing DM me, and I love you so much. That's the best thing of all time. By the way, he's probably like day 6. I'm day 4. Yeah, we mapped it out. I'm sure we did. Nick Donald. It's actually, Nick actually gleaned from an old military saying that the battlefield plan never survives contact with the enemy. I don't know. You get that?
No plan survives H-hour. That's what I was saying before. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, all right. What is that? I don't know.
So basically, you plan for a battle, and the second you step off of the DL departure line, everything changes straight away. Your plan, you can pretty much roll it in a tight little tube and shove it up your ass, because you're gonna have to start thinking on the spot.
Yeah. All right, I love it. Welsh one says, Addison Madison, I think the way he reffed, it was proper reffing. I agree with that. 7-8 yellows means he doesn't have to grip. He has to grip on the game. Plus, modern footy is full of. Yep, there you go. I don't know what fan access and fan player interaction is far greater at this level and should continue as much as possible. Okay, what do you think?
Well, the players are a little bit more down to earth at this level, so obviously the common folk have more access to them. I think that's what Hugh is talking about. They are still somewhat real people. People can talk to them. People see them on the streets, and that's the beauty of low league football. They they are still somewhat just one of you.
Yeah. Speaking of that too, our very own Sheldon, who isn't, I think he's traveling, by the way, will be at the game on Tuesday. And,
That's right.
Yep, tomorrow night. I'm going to push the show later on tomorrow, and he's going to be in the car with the missus, and they're going to be traveling, and we'll get him on. We'll do something live. So we're going to get him in there, and he's going to be in Wrexham, going to the Crawley game, meeting Matt Al. I don't know. I don't think Stacey's in. Stacey's on the Discord, but she's not in the show tonight. But yeah, she's. So we're going to get him in there. We're going to do some stuff. So, but the Tuesday game, are you around for Tuesday?
Yeah, brother. Of course.
Yeah, we're up for Tuesday. So we're going to get that in there too. So that's good. So people are traveling in. Ken's in the house. What's going on, Ken? Ken is back from vacation, by the way, and he has better internet. So
he's back to Brisbane from Perth.
Yeah. All right. There's a bunch of chat here, by the way. Get involved. Drop a like. Share. Subscribe. All the fun stuff. Get your memberships in with your badges and everybody. Let's see here. The Welsh one says. Actually, no. Do Addison Madison first. No. There's a lot. Tell me. I need a mod because I'm getting way too over. Okay. Actually, game from that's okay. That was the last one. Okay,
yeah.
One. Addison Madison. I think the way he we did that one. Sorry. Fan access.
Fan access way down that.
Yeah. Mullin needs to be out. The fans getting next. We talked about that, Michael, earlier in there too. Overall was he's fighting and he's fighting for the side and fighting for the team, right? I think that's what. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Michael. It's at the beginning, but yes, we agree. I like that Mullin did it classy, and we liked it, or at least me personally. I think he put it out there. He's like, "Hey, we're not unaware of our away form," So it's good. I think he went away. Let me ask you: do you think he went away from his interview training, some marketing media training, or do you think he just went off the cuff? What do you think?
Josh, I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, honestly, listening to the interviews, there was an interview a few games back when some people were joking, blink twice if you're in danger. Yeah. So I feel like they are almost being told what to say quite often, but I'm speculating. I don't know. I know, to me, my personal opinion, I listen to those interviews, for example, with Parky. I don't listen to them anymore because I'm not even kidding. They all sound the same. It's not even an exaggeration. He just changes the order of words. I am tired of listening to that.
I will listen and I will read them to you.
Yeah, I listened to the interview of the opposition coaches, and they all sound different. They all sound sincere. They criticize the Crawley's coach criticized their team. They won 4-1, and he went into tactical details. He criticized them, constructively criticized their own team. Even though they won, he pointed out which areas they need to improve on, what didn't go too well, what went well. You listen to it like, okay, I like that because this is real.
Do you know what I think's going on? Honestly, in my opinion, there's a lot of management, right? Lower league football should be a little freer, a little open, a little more open. There's a bigger stake at hand here in regards to Disney, who owns Hulu. That's where the show is at. Some of those things, and I think they're starting to come into play. That's why I'm not saying that's it, but I hear what you're saying. If the people are willing to go out and take those steps about, there's a lot more management that's going on in what's going on and off the pitch. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that's where I'm at. And that's fine. That's fine. This team has ambition, and I think the club has ambition as a whole. But I think that there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more voices. That's what I don't know. Which is fine. It is. We're a big club, by the way. We're a big club. We're not.
I think you make perfect sense. Yeah. I think that this needs to stop. And the reason why I, for example, got hooked on Wrexham is because I saw normal guys and normal team and something that I can relate to because I've been there, done that kind of a thing. That's what I have seen. And I want that to carry on. It doesn't need to be polished. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be real.
Good work, polished. But it's not going to be. I think you're right in so many words. I think there's a lot of polishing and a lot of, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because we want to be better. I understand why it would suck, but I'm fine with it because it wants to be better. The shaping and things like that. I get it. I understand it. I work in this stupid film industry, so I get it. But big match. Crawley is hot. We'll talk about Crawley in a minute here. Love the midweek game, 6:45 a.m. kickoff. Is that right for you? No.
06:45. Yeah.
Seriously. Okay. Michael Hillier. Notice that Mullin doesn't do the fist pump end of games since Tranmere dancing on their pitch, so he feels similar when away, disrespectful when we win.
Well, he basically, just like I said, I think what he actually wanted to say is that, look, guys, the game doesn't know whether you're playing home or away. Again, we know that we need to perform better, and he knows he scored more goals than all the other strikers combined.
Yeah.
And so, which is completely unheard of. Like, you should not be having. It's great to have somebody like him who missed a solid chunk of the season, then comes back and wrecks up the goals just like that. But it shouldn't be like that. So that's why he feels like he needs to, because people will listen to him. He's the idol. He's the icon. He's got a freaking mural in Wrexham.
Yeah.
The size of a, jumbo jet. So, yeah, of course he's going to be saying something like that. So he wants people to just support them rather than, but basically what he's saying is, like, guys, stop giving a shit. We know what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I think that's really good. I think it's great. By the way, Hugh's in there. Your show is going from strength to strength on content. I just want to do justice to the show by giving a professional performance when I come on. Hugh, you want to come on? Yeah.
Thank you, Hugh. No, that's a big compliment. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is great. I'm going to put it out there. People want to come in. I didn't ask Ivan, but we're going to do it. People want to come in and have their say. We can have our say, and I appreciate that, Hugh. Let's move on. And Ken is up there too. Ken, if you want to come in and have your say as well. I think we did about 48 minutes now, which is great. And there's so much to talk about. And you and I shared with you the rundown but what else? Max, second goal. I think it's great. Mulls interview was talking about certain things. We talked about that real quick. Mendy, we talked about Crawley. All right, let's talk about moving forward a little bit too.
Okay, right. Crawley. My opinion, guys, I don't want to hear about Crawley's form anymore. Everybody's going to be jumping up and down. They playing so well, 4 games they won away in a row. I don't care. And as a player, I shouldn't be educate me. Tell me where they suck. Tell me how we're going to win. I don't want to hear about their amazing form. I know that we can play better. That's all I care about. It's the job of a coach. They can, just like I said before, they have won 30 games in a row. Do not matter. That number doesn't matter. Somebody, at some stage, they will lose. And it's better be us who delivers that loss.
I tell you this, too, and I think I got a little stick of this, too. I think that was the game. This last game, the away form, where we went to Colchester. I don't care where you're at in the league, and you mentioned this, who's third, who's 23rd. It doesn't matter. I think, and clip it up, do whatever you want. I think the game on Tuesday, we're going to smash them. I think that we can see the end. I think that we've been playing scared. And as you said, there's a plan that goes into the game and it goes tits up. You had to bring off Mendy because he had injured. I hope he is okay. But I went out the window and go and play. I think that at some point, and I'm hoping this, and I can be totally wrong. And listen, when you put yourself out there, you're on shows, you're doing things like this, live content, and the community and everybody. When you're putting it out there, you have to say something. And I feel like I want to say something. I feel like that was the moment for us where we woke up and were like, we can do this. Let's go out and smash. Let's go out and do this. And I hope, and I think on Tuesday, the shackles will be off. Forrest Gump running out of his stuff, and we can go out and we can play free-flowing football. I hope that was the game, and I think we're going to smash them. That's my 2 cents.
I hope that will happen. I'm not too sure about that.
Yep.
What I want to see is that if Parkinson is going to come up with another amazing plan of his to give the initiative away and sit back, I want the boys to roll that plan into a tight little tube and shove it up their ass, because they need to go out there and play hard to seize the initiative. Don't let them dictate the game. We don't have to respect them so much that we get scared.
Mm-hmm.
we have better players. We have better team. We play at home. Aggression, aggression, aggression. Smart aggression. That's what we need to do. So the boys, just like I said again, talk amongst yourselves. Come up with your own plan. Go out there and execute it. We have leaders in every line. Every single player out there is a great player. There is no bad players. Even Dolby can be useful, believe it or not.
Believe it or not. So I'm going to I see Ken in the background there. I'm going to read this out real quick. I'm going to bring Ken in at the same time. This one goes to Ivan. What's up? What's up, Ken? How you doing? Good to see you. Let me see if I can get this sorted out. That sucks. That might be better. How you doing, Ken? Michael Hillier says, not a dig, genuinely curious. Who would Ivan like to have as a manager, or is it better playing? Better playing a football that is needed, more passing style, etc. Now,
so my League Two manager, for example, I would go for Luke Williams. He's the kind of manager that I like. He plays the kind of football that I like. Talking other, Deserby would be another manager from Brighton Cove.
Yeah,
that's another manager that I love. Managers who are original. Managers who come up with their own style, who can switch the plan from Alpha Bravo Charlie on the fly, who prepare the teams to the point when people have telepathic connections with one another, who can play structured game and change the structure depending on the opposition. Players, we need system players. Having strong superstars is amazing, and we have money for them. But when you're trying to build a legacy, when you're trying to build something long-term, you need a system and you need system players. This way you can utilize your depth in the best possible way, because you don't have to overplay certain people. You can swap and change. You can actually, in the best case, in the ideal world, you can play defender for a striker and striker for a defender. And in a good system, they will still perform and they will still do their job. Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of coach that I would like to see.
I have no notes. Ken, I'm just going to pass it to you and put you on the spot. What do you want
to yeah. I mean, look, yeah, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick Ange Postecoglou, who Tottenham's coach. He coached the Socceroos for Australia, but obviously we're not going to get him, but I'm not really worried about that right now because we're in the weeds. We got, it's come to the crunch time and, you just hit the nail on the head with the Crawley games. It's all coming up. You don't have to worry about who's on form, who's not on form. It's about this game. We're at home. The stakes are high. Everybody's got a lot to play for. Bring it on.
Anything you want to hit up on? By the way, welcome to the show, Ken. Ken's in Australia. Ivan's in New Zealand. What a growing community we have here too. Smash a like for everyone on that for sure. Helps the channel out, and also go support the other channels as well. Red Horde, Racecourse, everyone out there too. Building a great global community. But on that note, Ken, anything you had your say a little bit yesterday on the post 90, but anything that Ivan and I hit on with the interviews and things like that, anything? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the post, I guess the interviews I saw yesterday, the one that really stuck out to me the most was the Mansfield manager. He's gone. Like he's just so devastated with where their team's form's at the moment and their injury list. Like I said, I think I said in the post 90, they're on tilt. They're literally. I think they're going to miss automatic and have to do playoffs at this rate. I think it's going to be MK Dons, us, and Stockport are the three right now. And it's by no means easy, but that was the biggest thing I saw in all the interviews yesterday.
Was that the one you're right there with the Nigel Clough from Andy? By the way, good welcome, Andy. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Is that one? Yeah.
Yeah. It was just terrible. Like he was just totally devastated. Like. And then I watched the highlights of the game. They had chances, but Crawley just outplayed them and took advantage of their opportunities. And it was funny because in the watch along, Ivan talked about just get the shots on goal when he was about to tear his hair out, and you broke your hand. And that's exactly what Crawley did. Like they probably only had 8 to 10 shots, and 7 or 8 of them were on goal. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to hit the thing at 100 mile an hour. Just get the thing on target.
Get it on target. Yeah. Andy Cannon, and you just get it on target. And listen, I give Andy Cannon, and we were in the game yesterday, Ivan. I didn't say this to you. Like Andy Cannon has the goal of the season for sure. I understand what his game is a little bit, and I understand why he hit it, but just put it on target a little bit. Just work the keeper. You know what I mean?
That's what got me swearing during the game. Is that what I said? Is that you're a goddamn professional player. I want you to take a shot and land it on. I'm not talking top corners. I'm not talking immense powers. Just land it on the frame once a game. Is that too much to ask?
No. And then I watched a quick the young fella Liam Roberts video this morning. He did a thing on Mullin's 100 goals.
Did he?
And I reckon there would have been easily double digits where he's gotten goals off balls coming off post, keeper dropping the ball, just tapping it in. You know, you give the keeper the opportunity to make the mistake, and it gives another player an opportunity to score the goal for you.
Well, did you hear Max?
Guys, we have sent 2 balls on target the entire game. How many goals we scored?
Exactly.
Sometimes, you know. By the way, Max said he was waiting for the second ball on that, but he actually got the ball. On that note, a couple of things I want to. So here, there's a lot going on in the chat. By the way, I'm trying to keep up. I think our guys weren't so tired. I think exhausted or the. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I don't know what that's. When Tuesday and auto promotion will be so close. Good shout to Steve Cooper. This is about we're gonna do this all in the summer. By the way, summer is gonna be big for us here on the local pundit. We're gonna do interviews. Ken's on, Ivan's on. It's gonna be a full blooded summer. We'll talk about managers and things like that. We'll get in there and transfers and all that too. Something I missed. This is one I get to. Hugh Davies. Ken, personally, I like that Parkinson does not give much about away. Many other managers say too much. But it's just my opinion. Do you think that he's keeping it close to the vest, Ken and Parkinson?
Yeah, he's old school. He doesn't like to talk about his tactics and teams and stuff. He just rolls out the same old one-liners every game, like Ivan was saying. And I like that. I don't mind that he doesn't talk about, the type of football they want to play or who's, giving anyone major things. He just literally plays his cards very close to his chest, and there's no problem with that. The players in the dressing room, he is the manager he is, and in terms of tactics, in terms of his on-field commentary, after-match, post-match commentary, I'm totally cool with that. Give away nothing, give them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you're coming from, Ken, but I can tell you one thing, that you are not going to be giving out any secrets. You will not be fooling everybody. Everybody sees perfectly what's going on, unless you're talking about the plan for the next game and like the exact intricacies of what you're going to be doing because you got something special cooking. Talking about your tactics, you're not going to be surprising anybody. They see it through and through, especially, by game 5 of the season. Any educated coach or assistant coach or even a player can tell you exactly what you guys are doing. So what I want to see is him using different descriptors so that we can understand that he understands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think. Sorry, Ken. I think he's playing a little bit of mental gymnastics there, where he's just like, from reading the interviews, listening to Parkinson, listening to Mulls and Max, who's 18 years old, they all said the same thing. Don't care how it happens. We just need 3 points. I think there is a plan, but I think that their plan is, I don't care. We need to go and be better. I think I think they just want to win. They don't care how. Sheldon's going to come in here.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Ivan, it's not about the for us understanding with him not playing his cards close to his chest. What I like about that is the fact that then he doesn't provide the sound bites for the newspapers, the television to play and write about, which then the players read. That's what I like, because that way there's just nothing that can go out there.
I think what you're talking about is what Josh was saying before, is that the media polishing, they control it so that you're absolutely right. I mean, but can't you do both? Can it be done, so that you can do both?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, maybe, but I think that's always hard. As soon as you say something, media turns it into something, and then you get the players reading it, and that's the last thing you want.
I understand. I see your point. You're making a good point.
What's up, Shell?
Hey guys. So
Hey, buddy.
jump in, seeing as we're having a group chat.
Sorry. All I know is, by the way, sorry. All I know is that my Discord is we're going pear shaped, and I don't know anyone's in the Discord. They could be on the show and doing the thing. I thought you were traveling. What's going on?
I'm traveling tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. How are you? Welcome. Apparently we're making moves.
Just chilling, listening to the pod, seeing as it's early for a change. Normally, it's a couple of hours later.
Let me get this out of the way so we can all chat.
You
What are your
excited?
thoughts? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, you excited for your trip, Sheldon?
I can't wait. Be fun.
So what's on
2.5-hour car journey.
Let's talk about it. Who are you connecting with? Who are you going to see? Are you going to see Matt Al? Are you going to go to the turf and see Wayne for me? Obviously going to the match. What are you going to do? Let's do it. Stace?
Yeah, I'm going to try and meet up with Stace. Matt Al is going to chaperone me around. He said he'll show me the town. I've been there once. But yeah, I can't wait to meet up with him. Matt Al sorted me a ticket, Andy. Yeah. So we're going together. So we're going to try and go to the Mice Gwyn for a quick drink. We're also going to go see the players as they arrive for the match as well, and see what else we can do.
We got to do some live shows, man. Joshy, when he's there waiting for the players to arrive, let's do something.
Sheldon has the keys, and I told him, just let me know when, we'll get it up. I have to be, so work-wise, at Netflix tomorrow. I have to be at Netflix for a lunch. On Tuesday, I'm wide open lanes, so I'm good to go. But I have to be at Netflix for work tomorrow to do something. But Sheldon is the only one, other than Ivan has the keys to the show. He can set up anything. Just tell me when he's set. We're good to go. There you go. So yes.
Well, the plan we were talking about for tomorrow's show is he can keep me awake as I'm driving up to Wrexham. Maybe get some scenery on the way, and if the timing works out and I'm not delayed, I'll probably try and swing by the race course as I arrive into Wrexham.
Okay.
So for anyone who hasn't seen it, maybe get a little bit of scenery as Josh is doing his show. I may or may not be kind of chatting, depending on how the roads are and stuff like that, weather. But maybe just have it in the background as we go up. I can swing by the race course. I'm staying nearby.
So tomorrow night's show, tomorrow night's show, I usually do about 5:30 PST, Pacific Standard. So I might push it to 7:30. We're going to push it to 7:30. So I'm going to coordinate with Sheldon. I know it's late, but I want to see if we can do something. He can pop in there. And then Tuesday, we will be, if we need to get on early, we're leaving it open early so we can figure that out. By the way, Stace also says, most important person you to see is me. Stace, you can't just pop in and not pop in. Come on now.
Most modest person too.
Right. Sheldon does this. Chris Kamara, sorry, halftime would be great. Sheldon, come on. You know how to get on the show. You can come on halftime. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. As long as my internet is doing okay, I will jump on before the match starts, and certainly at halftime, maybe after. We'll just have to play it by ear and see exactly what's going on. I know internet is a little bit patchy around there. Me, the wife in Wrexham, do some videos from there, so it can be done. But they've also had issues at times as well. So I will try and come on as much as we can and show you as much as we can live as we go.
Perfect.
And you're going to be doing the show anyway, so we'll see how much internet I have. The UK is no longer part of the EU, so I don't get free internet. So as long as I have enough internet, maybe I can even play along as we watch the match as well. Might have a little lapel microphone or something. We'll see.
Get somebody, if you are there with some guys from Wrexham, get them to hotspot you the network if they have an unlimited plan or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at doing some local internet with a phone as well. Yeah, I'll probably buy a SIM card when I get there with data.
Stacey's picking up dog crap at. No, she's. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, it can be dog shit at times, but she's also picking. Yeah.
if we get a big win this midweek game, we're going to probably have to start a GoFundMe page to keep Sheldon there for the rest of the season.
All right, well,
just living outside by the ground in a tent.
Shelvin.
I'm not working at the moment, so it probably wouldn't cost you that much to get me to stay.
Maybe in beer.
I am in your head. What am I doing there?
Yeah, send me your. I'll Venmo you. Coach, let me know. Venmo. Buy a Tesco SIM card, $10 for a day. There you go. All right, so let's talk about, as we're here, we're talking about the game. Let's go around the horn real quick, and let me pause that. Sheldon, anything you want to come up with for the game? I know we kicked it around as if for the last hour, but anything you want to talk about for the game and what you saw yesterday?
No, I kind of said, I'll give them a little bit of a pass for that match. The pitch was terrible, windy conditions and all of that. Obviously the first hour was pretty crap from them. So yeah, I'll take the win and move on without arguing too much on this one. There's too much to say, but if you're going to keep saying it, this is the match to just let go. You know,
we got the 3 points.
We got the 3 points, and exactly what we keep saying is we do need individual players to kind of step up. Mm-hmm. You know, like how did he end up right in front of the goal for a header? You know, in that scenario as well. It's like, yeah, that's not tactics. He shouldn't be in there, but he got in there. He got a head on it, and we got the goal.
Yeah, we're taking it. So going into this Tuesday, Hip Karma says, I agree with the Tesco Sim, easy solution. Ken, Tuesday's game. What are we? So tomorrow's Monday. We will do a match preview tomorrow when Sheldon is driving in. That's going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be the match preview. We'll be later, but we'll do that. Ken, going into the game tomorrow, what are you expecting? Lineup wise, adjustments, things like that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think Boyle will be back for this game. With like Mendy's gone for the season, in my opinion. I'll be very surprised to see Mendy again. So I'd highly expect to see Boyle back. So the back three that we've had for the last little while of Boyle, O'Connell, and Max. And then I expect wing backs. I think this week will be McLean again, and probably Cannon with Gio and Stash in the middle, and then I think it'll be Palmer and Mullin up front.
With Gio and Stash in the middle.
Actually, maybe Gio and Lee. To be honest, I think he might even rest Stash, which I know you won't like, or it could be Stash and Lee. I'm thinking about it now. I think Lee will definitely get a start again, even though he was trying to rest him last game and he got a lot of minutes. I think he'll just play. I think he will play Lee. So it's Stash or Gio, I think, will miss out, in my opinion, for this game. And I'm thinking like a Parky now, not like what I would want.
Yeah.
Who would you play right wing back?
Who would I play? Oh, geez, I'd like to see Bolton back there for a bit more speed, but it's not going to happen. I don't think.
No, you ain't gonna do it. Ives.
First of all, to finish up the conversation about the next league, I think the best case scenario for us, if we get promoted, unless we get a whole bunch of PL players, next season we absolutely tank first third of the season. Parkinson's gone, new coaches in, and we actually start building a team, a system. But what's most likely going to happen, we're gonna have strong players in. We're going to be blobbing around mid-table for a couple of years, and Parky will get a whole year. So for the game, yes, I think Boyle will be back, and we have that O'Connell, Boyle, and Max backline. Macca will start left. Barnett will start right. In the center, I think Lee's back in. I hope that he will sit Cannon out and he plays Stash and Gio together. Up front, it's going to be Mullin unless he's super hurt, and unfortunately Palmer again.
Am I the only one that thinks? Sorry, Stace says I much prefer a Stash in the middle. It's Stash, not O'Connor. That doesn't make any sense, Stace. And we'd like to see Bolton start, then Barney on. And then Hugh says, and we get much more media attention to amplify anything Park says. Yeah, that's next year. Those are all for next year's, for sure, in the summertime. So hold on. There is no way, clip it up. There is no way he's going to drop O'Connor and bring in Boyle. I just don't see that. I think he'll and there's also no way he's going to start Bolton over Barnett. In my opinion, I could be way off. I think he's going to go standard of this. Here's my opinion, and you can Sheldon, you can cut me off my own show. I think he's going to go AO. He's going to go Mac on the back. On the left, he's going to go Stash, O'Connell, Max. On the right, he's going to go Bolton. He's going to go Gio in the middle, Andy, and Lee. And up front, he's going to go Mullin, and he's going to go Palmer. That's what I think he's going to do. There's no way he's going to play those two in the middle. I would love him to, but I don't see him happening. You guys can tell me to shut up. But I think that's what I think.
You're probably right.
Now, did you say he is or is not playing Bolton?
He will not play Bolton.
He will not play Bolton.
Because you just said he did. That's what was confusing me. Okay. Okay.
You can
I am no. I've got a little bit of reasoning here. Parky said he took Bolton off partially because of the yellow card and not maybe playing amazingly, right? So one of two things is true. Either he was being honest in that interview when he said that, or he was lying. And if he's lying, he does not trust Bolton, and Bolton will not be back on. But if he was honest in the interview and he took him off partially because of the yellow card to protect someone getting a red, then I think Bolton will be back on, because I think for home matches where Parky goes more attacking, he will be putting Bolton on, and he won't be using Bolton when he wants to be more defensive. I think that's maybe what he's decided.
I think Barney's great, but I think if you want to be on the front foot and win games, I think you need a JM and a Mulls up front, and you need a Bolton on the right, and you need to go 4-4-2. He'll never do that. Put Bolton on the right wing, put Barnett behind him. Like there's a better system there, in my opinion. It will not happen. That's for the summer, and I don't give a shit. It's about winning games, but he will never do that. He's gonna start Barney because he trusts him. And there's no way, Ken. I'm sorry. I would love to see Mendy back in because I think. Sorry, Mendy. I'd love to see Boyle back in. I don't think he'll drop.
I don't see Boyle.
You don't see Boyle, right?
I don't know. Because if you take out the last game when he didn't play, the previous 8 games before that, we've only conceded 4 goals, and that was with that back 3.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a lot of faith in that back 3.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, look, I like the idea of what you're saying at the back, but I just the way
he only had, in fairness though, he only had faith when he didn't have choices.
Yeah.
Now the results happened to go. The results happened to go in our favor, but he didn't have a lot of options to remove him anyway. So it is hard to tell what he really thinks. And in the last match Boyle was on, he was making a couple of mistakes here and there. He didn't play well.
Yeah. He has, but to be fair to Boyle, his form definitely did improve.
Oh, it did improve, absolutely. I have a much higher opinion of Boyle since he played those matches, yes. But I don't think Boyle is a favourite. And I do think Boyle was out of favour for a significant period of time. So absolutely. I think Parky will remember that and hold it against him when he has other options.
Good notes there.
Yep.
I agree. It kind of all makes sense. It's like what we would do, what it could do. Michael Hillier says Arthur, Max, O'Connell, Stash, Barnett, Cannon, Evans, Lee, Macca, Mullin, and Fletch. Bench, Howard, Bolton, Boyle, Dalby, Marriott. Please not Dalby.
Mullin and Fletcher.
He's not going to play again.
Earlier, I was kind of thinking, well, I'm not going to complain too much. If I'm going to complain about anything right now, what annoyed me during the week was the interviews when Parky was saying about Mullin having to play through the pain and Mendy going down injured again, potentially being brought back too soon. Parkinson has his favourites. He only plays his favourites, and he will play them until they die.
Why did he bring Mendy? Just out there. Why? It wasn't because someone was injured, because he chose to do it.
No, right? He brought him back in. He was waiting. He wanted Mendy back.
Right.
He wanted Mendy playing. So as soon as he thought he was ready, He brought him back in, which potentially he may have deserved an extra match or two, just a little bit longer, because we were doing okay without him.
Yeah. And like any professional footballer, he's like, coach, I'm right. Get me on.
Yeah, coach, I'm right. Get me on.
Yeah, I'm good.
He wasn't ready.
And this pitch, that pitch in particular, over every other pitch, with someone who has issues like Mendy does, is not the pitch you want him to be on, because you could see their feet were occasionally sticking in the mud. You know, they were putting the foot down and they were having to pull themselves out of it. That is not the place for somebody who has issues with hamstrings and other muscles around there.
That's a recipe for
it's a recipe for a career ender.
Yeah, well, he definitely pulled it, but no, the reason why he made that move is because he wanted to sit he wanted to sit Lee. So I'm gonna put Mac in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put him out. Yeah, so that's why it was the forced move, his own mindset to sit Lee, and then it went tits up on him for him pulling.
Yeah, well, if you want to look at it that way, that's fine, but that's also extremely bad, because he is potentially willing to risk Mendy and his career and his injuries because he wants to sit Lee out. Now, we all called for Lee. I know that. So I'm not I'm not saying it's the end of the world that he did that, but
he could have played Stash and Cannon and Gio in the middle and kept playing Boyle in the back. There would be nothing wrong with that.
What you said? What? Stash, Gio, and who? And Cannon.
Yep. And you got Barnett there as well. Like, you know, he had plenty of options.
I think Stash and Gio in the middle is a killer combination.
Yeah. So Stay says Jacob wasn't ready.
You could see from a mile away he wasn't ready. And on that paddock, you can guarantee he will pull something.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you could see the ball sticking. Like they had a whole heap of heavy, loamy sand on the pitch to try and patch it up, and the ball sticking. The players' feet are sticking. It was not, and that's why I haven't put a lot of credence to the quality of that game because of the pitch. Like, and Sheldon said it earlier, give them a pass, move on, because I think it's got a lot to do with that. And both teams have to play it, but it affects the quality of the game.
Yeah, we're picking the bones out of it for sure. Stace, Jacob wasn't ready. So, quick question on there: was it mental or physical? Obviously, he's a specimen. He's a specimen physically. Mentally, physically, and Ivan touched on it earlier, and I'll pass to Ivan after this too. Adam says the pitch looked crap yesterday. Cold take, Sheldon, ouch. Ooh, there you go. And then Michael, exactly, Marriott should have played instead of Mulls. Does Mullin have a say if he plays at a contract? But I don't think so. You want to grab those, Ivan? Pick any of them.
No, I think I already kind of said that. I'll be repeating myself. I think that Mendy was not ready, and we saw that he was very tender a couple of games before. We've been talking about poor man management from Parky the entire season long, and this is the crunch time of the season. Everybody's tired and everybody's injury prone, and that's what we're getting right now. It's the result of poor man management over the entire season. That's what we're getting.
Yeah. And we have mentioned this again and again about the 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, whichever way you want to look at it, that he, so rarely changes that up. Now, okay, we have good players, and some of our players can switch roles. Maka, for example, moving about into different positions. But with the talented players we have, you should be able to say, okay, we have an injury here, and we want to rest this player there, right? Change formation and add a few different players. Just put them in a different combination. Mm-hmm. We have the talent to do it, but he won't do it. Yeah. It means training them. It means getting on the pitch and training with these people on the pitch together so that they know, okay, if I pull this person off and put this person on, it's an instant formation change. You've trained it, you've drilled it, you know what I'm doing. If I change from 2 at the front to 3, we're changing formation and getting your new formation. That can be done with the amount of players we have and with the quality of our players.
Interesting enough, like when he opened up his legs to go get that pass, and Sean, to credit Sean, he said it was the perfect pass up the line there. He opened his legs up and he pulled his hammy. on that note, so Bart, if you're not in the Discord, you're missing out. You literally are missing out. There's a lot going. Hugh is now in the Discord on our Discord channel, and he has his own color. And thank you to Stace for putting his color up there and probably got him in there. But yeah, so welcome, Hugh. Welcome. Let's see here. Stace says he was not fully fit. Okay, I know that she has good connections and she's close with him. I don't want to call her out, but she does. So to all of what you're saying, he was not fully fit. So I will take that as Bible at this point.
Well, let's be honest about this, right? When players come back from a reasonably big injury, they are never fully fit. Okay. For a period of time, they are always weak. They are always in danger of doing something similar or going back out on injury. And that always has to be accounted for. Like like we just said, you look at that pitch and you say, okay, that is a danger for someone that has a weak hamstring. That's just come back off that type of injury.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. This is the simplest of simple things.
Yeah, the perfect way to bring players back is that last 15, 20 minutes, get them on, get a few minutes in their legs when the game's maybe dead or won. Not to win a game, but if you've killed off a game and you're just giving him some minutes. But yeah, shouldn't have been on for that.
At home on our perfect pitch that they're on week in, week out.
He could have waited a match. I thought he could have waited a match. But I think this is me just having a take. He wanted to sit Lee and he wanted the energy, so that's why he chose to do that. Right or wrong, that's what he made a decision. And by the way, you need to make decisions. Like, granted, you don't like him, he needs to make a decision. That's what he did. A couple things in here too. Michael Starkey is poolside with all these handsome men. What a time to be alive! God damn it. Product placement, my guy. If we win the next two games, we win next two games, we will be very unlucky not to be promoted. No,
it's almost impossible at that stage.
Right? Yeah, and math on it too. Michael Hillier says, with the player rotation and transfers in the summer, would it not be effective to do other formations this late in the season as new players is in summer? Not sure. That makes sense to me.
That's what we've been talking about all this time. We're just accepting the fact that
too late.
Yeah, we're just accepting the fact that the entire season for various plans and combinations and practices with the players is wasted. And that's what I've been talking about all along. This is what we are gathering the fruit of the labor of the entire season right now.
It's a long season, by the way. We need to take an effect. Like I think. Sorry to cut everyone off. I think, Ivan, you said this before, and maybe it was a moment of your tiredness or whatever. You said this before. We've gone from a team that was like not expected to win. Now we're expected to win, and transitioning that and like what we're expected to do, it's a mind fuck. It really is. So, and that's where we're at. By the new one, Hannah Brown. What's going on, Hannah Brown on X? Anything over 84 points, and you're good. Yes, do you support Wrexham, Hannah? But yes, I'll pass that back to everybody.
82 points right now, I think will be enough. 82.
I'm not counting points. I am not counting points. Never did, never will.
Okay.
Win the next game, move on. Win the next game, move on.
This is our question.
I ask everyone this too. So,
I'm sorry.
Ivan is a lover, and he's a lover. It's all about love, right? Look at that face. If anyone out there knows how to build like emojis, please make the Ivan so we can put it in for the there the Ivan whiteboard, so we can put it as a badge for people to have. That's what we need to have. We need that. So there we go. But anyways,
if anyone is interested on the Discord, earlier I put a post up about how the results can go for the remainder of the season. We can end up tying on points with Stockport and beat them on goal difference.
How do I bring it up?
Win the league on goal difference on equal points with Stockport. It can happen.
Sheldon and I were chatting about this, and he did that, and I just lost it. It was pure gold. And
was it like 2 a.m. my time? I was like, You guys,
pure gold. Because if you actually dissect it right down to the nth degree, it even works out that we beat Stockport
beat
by
them
the
5-0.
same goals.
I love that.
Dream scenario. We'll wrap it up in a bit. People. I mean, actually, you know, it's funny. More people are coming in because I think people are waking up. I don't know why. Dream scenario. It's the 28th of April. What happens?
No, it would be so good, but it's but ironically, even Sheldon's dream scenario is really amazing. But if Stockport just get a couple of draws, this season is still there to be won. And I know this is the sort of stuff that Ivan hates. He doesn't like the whole predictions. He's our go-to guy for smash and bash and bring on this match, and we just got to do it.
Let's talking about dream scenarios here, right?
Okay, guys, sorry. Before you start doing that, I need to go. Right? I'll leave you to that.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, right. Love you all. Thank you, everybody in the chat, bye, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. All right. It's like when I saw it in his face. Ivan, you're good. You're a gentleman. See you soon, later, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I just messaged him. I will flat out say sorry to cut you off, Shell. Ivan, do you have to get off to work because it's Monday morning for him? And I was like, oh, it's got to go. So I knew it. I could see it in his face. Go ahead. I'm out. Okay. Go ahead.
Right. And leave that question up. I'll answer that in a second. So Crawley Town next. Then we have FGR. And then we have Crew. Now, does anybody believe that it's impossible for us to win those 3 matches in a row? No. You know, they are beatable teams. And on our day, we can beat all those teams. And that puts us in a final day with Stockport, who, yes, a lot of people will say we won't beat. However, if we beat them, they don't gain points, and we gain another 3 points as well. So going the next 12 points is not ridiculous. I don't think it'll happen, just so people are aware. I was only playing with the figures on the Discord, but it was fun to do. But it's not completely ridiculously out of the realm of possibility. And to follow up with the question there, Addison Madison, who will they beat 11-0? I assume that's talking about the goal difference. What a lot of people forget about the goal difference is in the final match, we're playing Stockport. So every goal we score is worth 2 on the goal difference because they lose a goal as well. So us winning 5-0 on the final match is a goal difference of 10. So we need them to lose a couple of matches with a couple of goals. We need to get a couple of goals in the next 3 wins that we would have against the others, which is at least 3 goals. I put it down as 6, and it balances out, and we end up beating them on goal difference by 1 in that scenario. So it's not as ridiculous as people think, simply because we still have to play them. And look, I don't even think we would beat them 5-0. That's taking it even a step too far. You know, of course we can beat them, but 5-0 is asking for a lot, which is why it's kind of a dream scenario.
Yeah. But like, and again, like, you know, 2 draws, 2 wins from Stockport in their next 4 games is, what's that, 86, 88. I think 12, that gets us 88. Yeah, so we need a loss and 2 draws out of them with 1 win.
Yeah,
so 2 draws.
Yeah, I think it worked out. They can have 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss.
Yeah,
is what we needed, or something like that.
But that means I think we can beat them on points with the loss 2 and 2 draws and a win, because that's 5 points, which gets them to 85, and we can get to 85. We get 12 more points, so we can get to 88.
Yeah, look, I think just so everyone's clear, I think Stockport are going to win.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to beat them 5-0, but when you play with figures, it's not the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Were you thinking 6 or 7-0, Sheldon? Is that where you were going?
Ivan
cleared out fast enough, though, didn't he?
He buggered off. Sorry, I jump up real quick. Can I just say something real quick? Stupidly, this is total sidebar.
It's your show, even though I'm number 1 on the screen.
Yeah, that's all good. That's what I was going to hit on. I've been doing this for about a year now, and to know that like I can get up and just go do something real quick, and then like I know that Sheldon's there, Ken's there, and Ivan's there, and everyone in the chat, and not be like, oh, this is terrible. I'm so just happy and grateful. So I want to put that out there, and guys are all great, and the Discord and everything. So it's my stupid Sunday for you guys, but I really appreciate it, and this is so much fun. So thank you all very much. Thank you. That's my 2 cents. Sorry.
It is where it is because of your passion, Josh. So and people getting involved, and I love the like Stace and Carol and HR and all these guys getting on, and Hugh and all these guys getting on and giving their comments. Nick down here in Australia, it makes it like this is what gets fans passionate about their teams.
It's a fantastic community, it really is, and I'm so grateful. Like I said, I literally had to go downstairs, got to do something. I just thought about it because I said that she goes, "Aren't you on?" I was like, "Yeah, but I know that Shell's in, I know Ken's in, all that stuff." So it's cool. So there you go. It's awesome. I really appreciate it. So
big week this week. Back on the football though, you've got, we're playing. Obviously, we play Crawley midweek. You have Mansfield playing Forest Green midweek, and MK Dons have the midweek off, and then get to play Mansfield without much rest on the weekend. So by the time we get to next weekend, it's going to be almost fully decided, or it's going to be a whole nother level. Like it just keeps developing this season. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, kind of rooting for Mansfield to take MK Dons down.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, okay. But, and again, this was another discussion in the Discord, was I said the same thing, and I know it's the wrong answer, is, look, if you want MK Dons to win and take out Mansfield, the numbers still are not finished. It will take a little bit longer to guarantee us the top 3, but we'll be more likely to be in second come the end of the season as well. So it's like, look, if you go down that road and things go really bad, you end up getting in 4th, and both of them end up jumping us again. So it's like, no, just get it done as fast as possible, and then we won't have to worry about Stockport in the last match.
Well, Hannah makes a good point there too. We can only hope that the last game of the season doesn't affect anyone for anyone. Hannah, I'm gonna put it back on you. You're always welcome to come in. I want to win the league in the last game of the season.
He still wants to win the league.
Hannah, I want to win the league. I do. I really do. That's me being selfish.
What do you think Rob and Ryan want? You think they would love that game to be worth everything, and we win it? They would kill for that.
They would kill for that, but I know it's listen, it's extremely selfish of me and everyone, and I think I still want to win the league. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go up. I said it a couple weeks ago. I think we're going to go up. I want to win the league because I feel confident that this team will go up, and I can, I'll eat my hat or whatever if it doesn't go happen. But you gotta take a stand. I think we're gonna go up. And I still want to win the league. Go ahead, Shell.
Wouldn't it still be fun if it ended up in the final match that we were 3 points behind, and we did need to beat them 6-0? That's the only way we win the league. Yeah. Even if we just chase them down that far, we have to do it massive. That's the only shot of taking them out is like a 6-0, 7-0.
And we're 3-0 up at half.
But there's a chance.
Well, you're saying there's a chance. You got to believe. Yeah, you got to believe. Hannah, you don't want to win the league? Sorry, Hannah, I'm calling her out. You don't want to win the league? Come on. We got to win the league. Let's go. Good to see you, Chris from Wrexham. Chris from Wrexham. Good to see you.
Such a minor thing. Like, you just put it this, like, you think we beat Crawley midweek and Stockport lose to Colchester. All of a sudden, we're on 79, they're on 80. Yes, they've got one more game in hand, but you're looking at it in a whole different light then.
Mm-hmm. Then the pressure's on them.
Shell,
not to screw up again.
What's Stockport's running? Do we have it? Do you have it?
Yep. I can give it to you. They've got Colchester away, Morecambe at home, Notts away, Accrington at home, and then us away.
Okay, it's not bad. That's not easy. They can drop points. They're not going to win. Listen, they're not going to win all those games, right? So we have 4, they have 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. And Mansfield, by the way, Colchester are fighting for their lives. Granted, we punched them in the mouth the other day, and they punched us in the mouth.
But look at that pitch. I think Colchester is one of the most dangerous ones for Stockport. Stockport don't play well on those pitches either.
No, because they play on the ground.
Okay.
You know,
John's,
but they haven't played well on bad pitches either. It doesn't suit their game.
no.
And then as bad as Notts County have played, they can occasionally step up to the mark as well. They can occasionally get on four and score goals.
And Morecambe is still trying to make the playoffs. So their next two games, they're playing two highly motivated teams.
Yeah. By the way, open invitation always for Kieran with no knees, but Kieran then come in. I want him to talk about his team as well. John, who is the most studious out of everyone in our entire community. They, as in Stockport, go 2-1-1 and we win our 3. Mm-hmm. Then the last game comes down to it. But he said he thinks they'll be on 87, we'll be on 85. That's the numbers there.
There's the numbers. There you go.
Numbers. Yeah. And then Michael says Bickerstaff scores a hat trick against Stockport to help us keep our super loan signing. Yeah. I like it. Draw Colchester has
lost. Nuts. Or the other way around. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. And a draw with Morecambe.
Yeah. Actually, a dirty loss to Colchester would really put the cat among the pigeons because that's the first match.
Oh, I love it. I love the cat among the pitches. I love it. Chris, John Wright, glad to see you from Wrexham. Chris, go find Sheldon if you're at the game. He's going to be doing some stuff while we're there. Addison Madison, this is back up there, 9-23-23, Stockport 5-0, Wrexham. There you go. I know.
Yeah, I was at that match. I remember it very well. I saw every goal.
It's in your thumbnail right?
Yeah, it's in my background.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't ever want to wish injuries on anybody, but if you're ever going to get an injury, it'll be at that Colchester ground.
Yeah. We did. We did.
Yeah, we did. John says the Morecambe and Accrington games are home for them. I think they will
probably.
win those.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, I mean, but really, Josh, what do you get after winning League 2? A urinal.
You get a fancy episode on the Welcome to Wrexham is what you get.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what you get.
Worldwide stardom.
Madison, a long time, one of the first, and that was the best comments of all time. I love a urinal cake at 2 a.m. That is awesome. Sorry, but
you don't blow out that candle, do you, Josh? How do you get rid of that candle?
I can't.
You piss on it.
That burns in the morning. You sat in bed, Hugh. What's going on there? I don't know. That's Stacey.
Oh, not Hugh. She's mixed up the names.
Is she thinking me? Yeah. I am sitting in my bed.
Oh, Hugh's. Oh, by the way, Hugh's in.
It does look like a bed frame.
But Hugh's in. Oh, that's Ken. Michael.
She's mixing up the names. That's all.
Yeah. Another star on our jersey. Absolutely. There you go. I mean, I have no. This is. But they. Okay. Let me push this back. They talked about this yesterday on the show. Paul and everybody, and and who else was on there? Two Beards, and I was like, oh, you don't need to win the league, but like we should want to go and like. I'm never the guy that's like you need to be the best. I think I live at like 75% of my life, and like 100 makes you an asshole. But like if you're 75%, like I still want to go and win the league. That's all. I think it's kind of good. So I don't know but what do I know?
Bring on the midweek.
All we have to do is win the next 3 in a row.
Do you think it would be the first community channel to get a sponsor urinal cake? Right? Ken,
can you sell them over the internet?
Ken's in sales. Come on, Ken, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, we can sell anything. Yeah, absolutely. Like get and then you blow it out and we install home installed urinals.
Yeah. The Wrexham urinal cake. Here you go. You can piss right on it. Like, come on.
You don't like what we say? Piss on this.
Yeah, piss on this. That's fantastic. Stacey says, Ken. Hugh Davies says, thanks, Josh. You provide the right place for me to speak, text, or voice. Hugh, you keep coming on with that backwards hat. We're good to go. I love it. And I anytime, man. It's so good. And I know Sean at the Red Horde. loves having you on. I know Matt at the race course loves having you on as well. So it's awesome. But the urinal cake from Rob's Urinal. I love it. I love it. Via Ryan.
Finish drinking your Four Walls whiskey. Visit our urinal cake.
Yeah, and the urinal cake. Yeah, and the urinal cake. So, all right, we'll wrap it up in a bit unless anyone else wants to come in. I mean, anyone's welcome to come in unless you guys are tired and want to go to bed. I know it's kind of, I'm going to put it back in. Where's Racecourse? He's sleeping. And Stace is always in the chat, but she never comes in. So let's talk about this. Sheldon, give us your plan. I know we talked about it earlier, but give us your plan. I know you and I have a plan, but give us what you're doing, and let's talk about that real quick. And I'm glad Ken's back to normal.
Tomorrow night's match preview, I should be able to jump on as I'm driving towards Wrexham. Okay. And maybe we can have some nice shots of motorway or something. Yeah. Or I'll turn it around and you can look at me driving the car the whole way. And depending on how busy I am, I can be involved or not. She'll be asleep, I'm sure, in the car.
What time are you on my time? Just FYI, on Tuesday.
Oh, I sent it in the message. I think I was pretty correct with that time.
Okay, go on. So about 7:30 for my time.
Yeah, you're normally tomorrow was maybe 1 hour later would be good. So 5. You're normally 5, so 6, I think. Assuming you're willing to do a longish show, so like an hour and a half or something.
I'll start at 6 tomorrow. Sorry, I know we're doing some work here, but on the side, but I'll do 6 for tomorrow. Get you on, and then for game day. What do you think?
Certainly half an hour beforehand. Maybe 45 minutes.
Okay.
Because I'll be at the ground there as early as I can. And if I'm not at the ground, I'll be at the Maisquin having a beer with some of the locals.
Why are you not with the turf? I told you got to go see.
I won't be able to get into the turf. Because I'll be. Yeah, I need to run out to the Maisquin. You have to get into the turf early enough. They shut the doors down. They fill. They fill way too early.
That is. Is there? Can you put a link in there?
It's another pub just around the corner, owned by the Fat Boar. So it's another local Wrexham bar.
By the way, John says Matt's a week away from this marathon. Surely he's resting and training. Good day and evening, everyone. John, go UConn. Excuse me, go UConn. So all right. Yeah. That looks. So we'll do at least an hour before on Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll do that. I can do that. Make that happen. Stacy or Stace, maybe you can lend him your phone and you can have some internet.
I'll sort the internet. I'll buy local internet.
Right. Let me know if you need me to.
As long as I have. The thing is, the reception at the ground isn't great. So if I end up in a particular dead spot, it might be a concern. But otherwise, if I can get on, I'll be on. So we can go beforehand. I'll jump on at halftime, and then maybe afterwards. But we'll see how noisy it is and everything else.
Okay.
And I think afterwards I might be meeting Stace and hopefully meeting one or two of the players afterwards. Okay. So we'll play all that by ear as to how long you're willing to go afterwards and whether there's anything to see or not, or what have you.
Okay. Cool. Ken, do you think the money, if we send him, whether it will be spent on less spent on beer or less spent on the internet?
I think there'll definitely be less spent on beer. Oh, sorry, less spent on the internet. My apologies. Definitely less spent on the internet. In fact, it could be zero internet and just begging to hotspot off people's phones and spend all the money on beer.
Maybe in my younger years. Plus, I'm also driving a rental car that I can't crash. And on Wednesday, I have a 3.5-hour drive back to Stansted to jump on my plane home. So I certainly won't be getting overly enthusiastic on the drink on the Tuesday night, unfortunately.
Not if you're staying in Wrexham for 2 weeks as the lucky leaprecon for our lucky charm.
Well, you better send a nice chunk if you want me to stay. I was actually offered to stay for the FGR match, but...
What's the... I mean, I'll send you the... I would love...
You've got to spend money to make money, Josh. This could be what takes this channel to the stars.
as long as everyone is getting as long as Sheldon is getting his just desserts going out there, it's fantastic. It's awesome. Here's me. I'm like, and producer Ann, she's like, shut the fuck up. Like here's me, like, just go, just stay. It'll be fun. I want to be there. I should be there for the Stockport match, but that went pear-shaped real fast. But I'm so glad you're going, Sheldon, and I'm so glad that everyone's getting to see it. And so glad you're going to see it personally, and I'm so jealous. But it's good, and we will bring to the community what we can. I know a lot of people are in town, but we'll do what we can. A couple things in here.
Well,
Matt's marathon, yes. Knots are doing a bit better. Let's hope so.
Better,
yeah. If all else fails, Sheldon, do a video and upload it later. We can do that. I know to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
If it does go well, I am probably going to buy a lapel mic tomorrow. So if it does go well, I might just leave my phone out of my pocket streaming what I see and little lapel mic. So I may be able to listen to you and comment a little bit while live.
Okay.
Could be
the whole
like
show.
Could be like
the whole show. If I've got signal, we'll see what we can do.
We're now crossing the Sheldon at the ground.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Well, he's Chris Kamara. He's totally what? Right. Yeah, he's totally Chris Kamara. Yeah. Does your missus have a ticket, as you could sell that and get loads of money for her shopping and more and beer money?
Yeah, bring her all the way over to Wrexham and then say, yeah, I've sold your ticket.
Did Matt also? Yeah.
He did. Very well, yes.
Matt
took care of me.
Awesome. Jake Layton at Bromley 3 times bad ground. That's huge there. All right, want to wrap it up? I'll wrap it up there. Last words. I know, Shell, you got to get up, and Ken, I don't know what the hell time it is for you, but
nearly 7 a.m. on Monday.
Okay, awesome. Well, it's good to see you. Last words. What are you thinking? Go for tonight. We'll do the reaction. We'll do a preview show tomorrow, which Sheldon will be on. But what are you thinking, Ken? Last words.
Well, reaction. I guess we're in the hunt for everything. It's all on the line. Bring it on. We can talk about Crawley tomorrow. Right now, we're in the hunt. What a great season. Fantastic.
Yeah, up to town, my guy. And I'm so glad you're back with the good internet, my friend. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
And
Take care, guys.
Discord. All right. Later.
Yeah. See it.
Shell, I was giving you last words. What the fuck?
Last words. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
All right. Cheers.
Night.
Look, you got him to laugh. There you go. All right. Bye. I'm cutting you all off. Bombshells out. Done. Bye. Awesome. All right. That was a great show. It's fun. We did about an hour and 47 minutes. Such good folks. And everyone is always welcome on. And very, very, very fun stuff. So tomorrow is Monday, April 8th. We will do a late show tomorrow for the Wrexham News and Update show. So please be involved in that private chat. Let me see what's going on here. Who's talking to me? Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. Ken's a good dude, man. Really good dude. Sorry, 1 second before I get out here. Here we go. My cat. Thanks. Let me see. I'll be joining some other day. Says, always welcome. Always welcome, L Real 112. Always welcome. Good show. Fun stuff. Lots to pick the bones out there. I know. I know we did the Wrexham reaction today, which is great because we do the after 90 with the rest of the group with Sean at the Red Horde and Ramble. So it's so much fun to do, and Two Beards. But it's a lot. It's just we're getting through it. We have 4 games left. We got a game on Tuesday. Parkinson is fighting, and I think the team is fighting. Paul Mullin got his 100th goal. Max is great. The maximum effort show, Mullin with 100 out of 136, which is unreal. I'm so happy. So if you're not involved in the Discord, get involved in the Discord. Please do that. Also, subscribe, like, share all the fun stuff. We're rocketing our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting merch coming, which is awesome. Producer Ann is working on that, and we're also doing what are they called? Like, I don't know. Subscribe, but what is it called? The memberships, which is great. So that's a lot of fun. So this has been great. So I thank you all very much for joining us on a here you go, Ravenous Ramble. Josh even accepts the Ravenous Ramble. I love everybody. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. This is great. So Sunday night, see you tomorrow. Tuesday's game for Crawley. We'll be doing that live a little early, and Sheldon will be there. And it was a great show. I really appreciate it. So on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.